It's what they always wanted.
If this ends up, if you're looking at this right now on video or on Spotify, and this is longer than an hour, both Paul and I are in major trouble.
I'm just gonna leave.
What? No.
Yeah, like 10:30.
She told me super strict. An hour.
Gone out.
I love how you've gone for like the artiste kind of feel with your turtleneck.
Oh, that's just
what does this mean? What does this mean? I feel like
I get super silly when I'm like nervous, so I'll just.
She was gonna say, I get super silly when I'm drunk.
Are you drunk? Are you drunk?
No. No, wait, are you drunk? Huh?
Have you been secret drinking? Is this how you tell me?
Secret drinking?
Secret?
It's never a secret.
Do you have a glass over there?
I do.
It's never secret when you're drinking for breakfast. So.
But I have to be super careful. I like one glass of wine. Is too much.
Oh wow! Hey, why is the lighting so good? What are you?
We've just invested in some cinema grade housing lights. You know, you redo a house, you buy a house and redo it. You put in light fixtures and some diffusers. You
know, when they say home cinema, they don't mean to film cinema. They mean to watch cinema.
No, I'm a big fan of purple, so we put purple light behind us. If you're not on the YouTube, you're missing out.
Wow, we're really into it. I guess roll intro.
Mountain Bike Podcast, Mountain Biking Podcast, an MTB podcast about mountain biking. We talk about bikes, but in a way we don't. You never know it by a name. It's the Joey Podcast, now known as the Joey Mountain Bike Podcast for search engine optimization.
I feel like we owe it to everyone to start way faster.
Yeah, I know, right? All right.
Sheyn, should we talk some stats? I feel like we should talk some stats because people went crazy for the
last week
of the Joey podcast. Oh, are you kidding me? Crazy. Number one on our the
best of the last 10
podcasts. Yeah, by like double.
I think Alan, he probably had a lot to do, or it was the clickbait. Some pretty good clickbait.
I think a lot of people watched, but people didn't watch for as long as usual. So, but we've had twice as many people as our last most popular thing, and that was BKXC.
Whoa, hey!
How many does that have?
Right at this point, it had 701, and. Is MTV more stuck up in golf with President Barack Obama in the thumbnail? Don't know if anyone caught that one.
Oh, that was him.
I typed in posh golfer, top result.
Nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you get more posh than the president?
Current president didn't come up in that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure for this one. Who should I read the intro? I actually did.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. I did see, and I was like, what a good guy that Sheyn is.
I did the document. You know, you asked so much of me, but
do it properly. Do it properly.
Okay, here we go. Hey, Joeys. Welcome back to season 2 of the Joey Podcast. You asked for it. You got it. You know the drill. This is a mountain biking podcast that's rarely ever about mountain biking. And we have the dramatic duo, Paul the Punter, a.k.a. Paul the Putter. Look it up on YouTube. And me, Shanae, the crashing dad.
Fake. Can I wait? I need to interject here. Sheyn has already made a fake profile of me.
I told you last week when we were on the podcast with Alan, I said, I'm doing it right now. I literally was doing it right. I had to use Paul the Putter 69 at gmail.com because Paul the Putter was already taken.
Amazing. But do you know what is do you know what was exceptional is that I sent you a really funny video that I spent at least 10 minutes making, and I thought Shane's gonna love this. He's gonna find it so funny. Seconds later, he plagiarized that content and uploaded it. Like, what's that about?
I've already made like $500 off of it.
Are you kidding?
You know, monetize your shit, man.
Oh, yeah, nightmare. Actually, can I interject? Speaking of monetizing, we are making.
I don't know why you
way-
asked. We're gonna do it anyway.
Of course I am. That's just like niceties, right? So we are making way more money from the audio version of the podcast than the YouTube version of the podcast.
Oh, are we putting ads in there?
Oh, we sure are. I wish we had more, but we've made $52
Oh,
in
nice.
the audio one, and we've made like $8 in the video one.
Ooh,
No, no shit.
My cut is like 57 cents.
It's the 0.5 at the end. Yeah.
Perfect.
That's how it goes.
I love that 2%.
Anyway, just
Steak.
wanted to keep people
Throwing it in.
updated. Just wanted to keep people updated on how it's going, selling out. Not great, but keep sharing. So yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This week's special guest, if you haven't guessed it, is my wife.
Oh yeah.
Right before Paul
Yeah.
interjected.
I know. Well, if you're on the audio version, you're listening to a female here. We're on the same microphone in the same room, holding butts, hands.
How do you? Well, I guess that's how you. I
butts
envision it, if you hold hands, obviously your hands are together.
Yes.
And that's where I was like, well, if they're holding
Holding butts, there's like
both.
two butts.
Oh,
Well,
it's a family-friendly podcast.
Yes.
We literally have
is it?
basically a family on. I guess you're the crashing parents.
Yeah, the kiddos are asleep. The crashing kiddos.
They're not asleep.
Well, they might be. We'll
They're-
see what happens here. In a second. Normally, when we're podcasting, she's like herding them away from the door to keep me.
yeah,
you
so
know,
they may.
alone.
Who knows? We'll see.
Oh,
We've got
much
the
like that.
kids.
The
We've got the cat.
incredible. The remember that BBC clip where the guy's like having a serious thing and then the kid bursts in through the door? Like maybe that could be this. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that they're going to.
And their nanny's like, I'm gonna lose my job.
Yeah. Is it the nanny or is it the wife?
I mean, I don't know.
I think it is the wife. I think it was the wife,
it's the
but it was
wife.
just the way. Wasn't the kid on like a
Walker
foot-
thing.
Yeah.
And the wife's like ducking down, even though she's fully in frame. At that point, yeah. And the dude held it together.
Yeah, he
Oh.
just, but he just went. I'm English. I'm English. I'm English. That's what he was doing.
Oh man, she probably got a beating after that. He looked like that type.
No, they're really nice. They had a
Oh, is
follow-up
he?
thing. Yeah. Oh, you've made a terrible mistake there, Shane.
Oh,
He's
see,
like
I've
a
never
really nice
watched
guy.
it. He's a nice
No,
guy.
he did. They did like a follow up about working from home. Like he was like because he's like the work from home
Oh,
spokesperson for parents across the world.
and that was such a long time ago too. Now it's like it's the norm, right?
Yeah.
Like all of our Zoom meetings for school, there was always a kid, and everybody'd be like, "Let us see!" Like they
Oh,
wanted.
yeah.
It wasn't like a big deal.
She's in school to get a pimp ass job, and I can retire and become full time YouTube.
So Dash
It really isn't
Shane,
the right way to.
Let's do this. Let's start off. Let's start off with this because I feel like I get called out a lot, but I feel like Shane is far too squeaky clean, and I feel like you're going to sell him out in the best way possible. So
Oh my
he
gosh,
keeps
what do you
saying
want to know?
as you probably know, he keeps saying that he's going to live off your hard work the moment that you qualify. Like, is that true? Is he going to be? Are you going to become the sugar mama? Like, what's the deal there?
It actually might work out better.
Whoa!
Just switch. Not like financially, but like it would be so nice to just have him take care, because that's how we've been doing things. Like I take
You
care
hate
of
your children.
everything else. We don't hate our
Exactly.
kids, despite things he said.
They're the worst roommates. You have to agree with that.
Oh my gosh. Well, today I spent like the whole morning literally like sucking up with a vacuum a slurry of root beer and goldfish from my backseat.
In the car,
Wait, why are you using a vacuum cleaner for that?
It was a wet dry back.
wet dry.
Oh, posh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got to have
Okay.
this shit when you're a parent.
It's like a shop vac.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
It was like
Still
heavy
so
duty.
far into my future. So far. So very far.
Ladies.
Don't bring kids into this world.
Oh, I know, right?
Thank. What? What? You didn't think I could be a good parent?
No, no.
Yeah, I
No,
could do it.
that
In-
no.
Into this world. She's actually talking about when she finishes school and has to like do hours and get licensed, doing it in Canada. Because we're gonna,
Oh,
Maybe.
We're gonna come live in your basement.
that I would kick everyone out of this house for you guys. Not a problem. No problem.
And then you'd kick the kids out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And Shane.
if we could live off my income, it would probably be better for him to be completely free to take care of kid stuff.
If we could both work for a while and save tons of money or pay off the house, I don't know.
I'll see how it
We'll
goes.
see. We'll see how it goes.
Wow. This is a deep, I feel like I should be sharing deep future goals and everything, but
Well,
this is
do.
about you.
You should.
I talk too
So,
much.
Do you
I
want
talk too much. Wow. We're going to do this? This is a
I
mountain bike
think you brought
podcast.
it up, not me.
You can link this to your Grinder account.
You've got it wrong again. Every time. It's Grinder Plus. That's what I have.
Plus. you can link this on there.
No.
You dodged
I
the
don't-
question.
Actually, on Bumble, it does have it as an option, but I didn't have it as a thing. I don't really know. That's my question. I'm human. I've thought about it, Dash. But I honestly,
That's a good answer, though.
don't know. I think
Yeah.
I'm like so
You're open
far-
to it?
Yeah.
You're open to it, but you're not set on it.
I'm
Yeah.
not closed. Yeah, that's for sure. I think it
that's
would
a really
be
good idea.
like, I'm sure like lots of things need to line up before it's actually like we should actually think about it. Do you know what I mean? I think I'm far too selfish to ever think of being a parent right now.
Yes,
So that's my honest answer.
I think that everybody is selfish who becomes a parent, because I don't think the majority of people who become parents are thinking about the role of like patience and all of that comes into it. They're thinking about having a cute little baby that looks like them.
An accessory.
Yeah.
Oh boy. When does it go? When does it turn to shit? That's what I want to know. Like,
It's
you know
always
what I mean?
it's always half amazing and half like
The worst.
impossibly hard.
Yeah, from day one.
Always. Yeah.
But there's a point. Isn't there a point where it changes and then you're like, oh, this is no longer a cute accessory. This is now a functioning thing that I have to take care of. Like, do you know what I mean?
I don't know. When you leave the hospital and they're like, you have to have a car seat for this baby, and you're trying to put this tiny
You're
thing
like, I've
into
never
a
done
car
any
seat,
of this before.
and
they're
then you
like,
have
okay,
to
bye.
walk
Get
out with no help. That, well, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
But when all of your kids are out of diapers and they can microwave stuff by themselves and do their own, when you tell them to go take a bath, they can do all of that by themselves. Life gets significantly better. No?
You know,
I mean,
funny-
it always just transitions into something new, I think.
Yeah.
But
do you know what I found? Do I remember is my mum, the moment I passed my driving test, literally like 2 days later, she was like, I'm going to a party, come pick me up. That's what happened. Yeah.
Nice.
The moment I passed it.
She was sloshed. And you had to go get her.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. But I was just like, you know, when you just passed your driving test, you're like, I'd freaking drive anywhere.
then you
where
become
do
the
you want me to go?
chauffeur. Yeah.
Free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't happen that often. And they also said that when I was 18, they were going to send me to the off license to go and buy all the wine, but that never really happened. No. Hey, what was it like, Dash? Tell me. I think we should make this kind of like about bikes. What was it like when your kids learned to bike ride for the first time?
Okay, so for me, it's probably a bigger deal than for you.
Really?
Well, I don't get to ride. Like, I can't just like, he doesn't really either. He works too much, but like, I have to basically like make several arrangements to be able to leave the house and go ride a bike.
Okay.
Especially for
So
riding
if the
together.
kids can ride a bike, then that means we can all ride together, or I can just ride with them. And honestly, like, I'm at their level. So,
When you like a bit like, were you like nervous? Like, was there like, oh, what if they kill themselves or something? I don't know.
We pad them up.
yeah, we do. And
Yeah.
I think most of the time when they're like really squirrely, we've taken them. First of all, they became experts on striders first.
Oh yeah, that's the key.
And
Striders.
we'll take them to like a bike park, and they are just bombing down hills on Striders.
Not like Whistler Bike Park, but like
I get it.
like a pump
pump
track.
track.
Pump track. Sorry.
yes.
Yeah, you can find a link to Shane's amazing video with his kids in the description below, can't they, Shane?
Put a
Here
link
come
in
the
here.
links. And then when we were teaching them to ride with pedals, we would take them to like a grassy hill where they could get used to just coasting with their feet on the pedals. And if they fell over, they're falling on grass, and they are like completely padded up.
Okay.
So I don't know. I get nervous, but like the worst thing that's ever happened to our kids happened when our son was like jumping from a rock to another rock.
Parkour.
And he went from his feet down to the rock below him and landed directly on his head. And I saw it happen. And I'm like, I'm watching him just like take this full force, like on his head. I'm by myself having a garage sale. So like all of our stuff is outside. And I'm like, I'm going to have to go to the emergency room and just leave everything here. And he's spurting blood.
What?
So I'm just like, you're okay, you're fine, you're good. And I just put like a bandage on his head and like wrapped him a ton like that. But head wounds just bleed a lot. It was fine. Like he ended up not needing to go to the hospital.
Put on a
But
t-shirt. Head
every
wounds
single
just bleed
day.
a lot. It's fine.
Every single day is terrifying.
Yeah. I don't know.
So bikes is
you get-
really like,
Do you get scared as much as Daj does, Shane?
Yeah, I definitely do.
More?
I don't know, maybe my boy just got off training wheels. So my older girl, when she transitioned from Strider
The
to
crashing
bike,
sister.
yeah, she just went right to it, Strider to bike. And my boy, I think because he's younger, he sees her and tries to. He thinks he needs to be on her level, so he didn't catch it quite as quick. He's frustrated, so we put him on training wheels for a little bit. Which sucks. Training wheels are horrible. But he just started doing a pedal bike. I filmed a bunch of stuff of him. I have yet to make a crashing brother video for him. I don't know.
but he'll like follow behind her. He has to lead or he gets like really frustrated. So he's trying to pedal faster than he can. And he's always losing his footing.
Yeah.
And then gets all squirrely and you're just like, just go
Just chill,
at your
dude.
pace. Like stop.
I think now that they're both riding pedal bikes though, and we could probably take them on some beginner trails, maybe I'll transition the channel a little bit more to be, I don't know. I mean, it's called Crashing Dad. It has
The crashing family?
dad, I could change it to involve the family more often. So
Well,
We'll
that's
see
what
how that
that's
goes.
what Ryan said he was doing, but he still called his channel the Lone Ranger.
well, I mean, I don't know that I need to change my name. I've thought about it.
I don't think you can change the brand. The crashing
That's why
dad.
I think you
is-
need to have Seth on.
Oh, because he
yeah,
changed. He full on changed his brand.
Is this why? This is because you're like,
Well,
back,
Kate,
like
do you-
change,
so when he
change
was-
change the channel name. We should be a
Seth-
Oh
family.
no.
about this.
I don't care if he changes it. But we've had talks about it because I'm just like, if you're gonna keep doing this, like we're either involved or we're not involved. It doesn't really matter to me. But that's like time we either spend together or we don't spend together, basically.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm super guilty of being like, I've worked my ass off all week. I'm going to go mountain biking this Sunday and I'll just like bounce. I'm horrible. Like,
Wow.
well, I'll be like,
Yeah, it
okay,
does-
Saturday is.
I don't want to put divisions in here, but it does seem like Shane's like, oh yeah, I can just go whenever I like. And Daj is like, I have to do this. I have to put this in place.
no.
Like,
Oh, you mean like if I want to go ride?
yeah.
I mean, and honestly, like if I have time to myself, that is not at the top of my priority list.
Oh, what do you do? What do you if Shane goes biking?
I just want to be alone. Have you seen Date Night with Tina Fey and Steve Carell?
Do you know what? I absolutely have. Yeah. I
It's
have,
so
yeah.
good. But there's a part in it where she's like talking about like her dream scenario, and she's like, I just want to be in a room by myself with a Diet Sprite. And I'm like, yep.
That's
Just let me go somewhere by myself with maybe a wine.
It happens.
Yeah. Wine and a Diet Sprite, just so.
I don't know why Diet
Spouting out.
Sprite. That was like the funniest drink choice possible. Who drinks Diet Sprite?
Yeah.
Oh,
She dreams
Wow.
a lot about being alone. So
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
she's never alone.
Well,
She's
I guess
always
so.
got kids. Yeah.
Well, and like
Yeah.
my hobbies are very introverted and his are very extroverted. So like
Oh yeah.
I just want to be alone so I can think and write and read and do those kinds of things. Whereas he's like totally social in his hobbies.
Music, bikes.
Sorry, I'm speaking for you.
No, you're
like,
fine.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I feel like I'm at a kind of couples counseling. This is kind of my dream. I'm not going to lie.
Oh,
So,
Oh,
she'll be
so-
grading you.
Do you know what, Dad? I remember one of the things that really impressed me with Sheyn, right, was when we were at Sedona for the first time. We were going around the festival, and sometimes actually, as much as I seem like the blah, 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 talk too much guy, if I'm in like that festival situation, I'm like, I don't want to film and talk to the camera right now because I get embarrassed by it. Sheyn, every second. Hey guys, what's going on? It's the Clashing Dad coming at you.
it is the weirdest
like-
thing for me to walk in on. Like,
Oh yeah, but I was
Talking to
there
yourself
in the
again.
festival.
yeah.
I was in the festival, and I just hear his voice, and I go, "What? He's
love
just
that voice.
doing this? What? This guy's crazy. People are watching." Even though you make a video and it goes and thousands of people see it, you know what I mean? It's kind of irrational in that sense.
Oh, it's
But I was
totally
very
bananas.
impressed. That's one thing I was very impressed with Sheyn, and I don't think I could ever get up to that level.
That's
Honestly.
fine. I just don't get embarrassed by anything.
He really
Like there's nothing.
totally shameless.
We could tell you about the time that I almost shit my pants and had to pull off on the behind a Wendy's dumpster. Like there's
Wait, I
stuff
know
that
this
I am
story. I know that
totally
story.
Oh, you
I
know
know-
the story. Yeah.
I
Like
know that.
I am so open to anything. There's
Okay,
I don't
Sheyn.
think you
should
could
tell
embarrass
him.
me.
I'm
Is
gonna.
that
I'm,
time- Go ahead.
no, go on. No, yours will be way better.
Well, there was that time that you were trying to tell my mom that quote from 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh man.
My Mormon mother.
Super religious people. I just well, when I was younger, I didn't have a filter. And
You just still don't.
You didn't
I
It's
have-
worse.
you didn't have any knowledge to be bad because you grew up in a Mormon
Well,
situation.
No, he's always been like.
I've always been pretty bad.
Oh, you've always been like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
much to learn.
Yeah.
Mr. Inappropriate everywhere we go.
What about Sheyn? What about regaling the tale of the footage that you got overnight on your recent mountain biking race trip?
Oh, just the farting?
No, you recording what was going on in the tent overnight.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you should talk about that.
I farted.
No.
Oh
no.
yeah, let's not make that public.
Okay.
I wouldn't get embarrassed, but I don't think I can make that public.
Yeah,
Okay,
that wouldn't
I
be good
guess
for
so.
all of us.
Yeah.
I
No
just
one
had to
knows
find the
what
line.
that was
I just had
talking
to,
about.
Segue.
I just had to find the line. Yeah, how can we transition about this? So, what's it like riding with him, Dash, when you go biking?
Should we start off with snowboarding first?
No,
Oh,
this is a mountain bike podcast.
Well, hold up.
Okay, well,
Winter,
no.
Shane, winter's coming. Everyone around here has just started talking about snow stuff. I freaking hate it. It's
Okay.
super annoying.
It's
I don't want
applicable.
to. No.
Applicable because
Okay,
riding with
okay.
him is good because we had a bad experience snowboarding.
Okay, right. This is what they want to know. Okay.
Yeah, so
Potential
like
clickbait. That's what I'm thinking. Okay.
I don't come from a family that does anything remotely adventurous. So, and I have no like athletic ability whatsoever. So we get married. He's like, we should try snowboarding. I'm like, yes, let's try it. We buy all the gear. We go.
Salt Lake City, Utah.
Yeah, my
Oh,
first,
Park City. Park
Yeah.
City.
yeah.
You have to.
I don't even remember where we were. Was it Snowbird?
Something like that.
First run, we go all the way to the top of the lift. No bunny hill, no instruction, nothing.
What's
I don't
this
even
guy
know how to
thinking?
get off the lift. And we're like, the lift literally drops you off on the edge. Like if you're getting off the lift, you are going down. And it was the steepest hill. It was so steep, I slid down on my butt because it was icy. It was an icy day. There was no powder. And
Shane, what are you thinking?
In my mind, it's just like, when I'm new to something, I kind of look at it. I'm just like, oh, you just do it, and I do it.
He-
Oh wait, both of you hadn't snowboarded before.
Well, I'd
No, no,
snowboarded
no.
growing up.
He's-
She,
yeah.
Oh,
she
okay.
hadn't.
He
But
knew he was
whenever
doing
I
it.
do something new, my mindset is, oh, these people are doing it. I can try that. I can do that. And I just do it.
He can literally do anything. And so when I am like full blown like clumsy, he'll just take me into things, and I'm like,
Yeah, you can get off
I
the slip.
don't do stuff.
You
Like,
can go
I don't know
snowboarding.
how. So yeah, so that was a bad experience. We fought the whole day. I did nothing but fall on my butt.
And I'm just saying,
Yeah.
you just stand up. You just do it.
You just how non-understanding of you, Shane.
Yeah, I know. It was horrible.
He was trying to be nice, but I could see how frustrated he was, that he was like, you're not even trying. And I was like, my legs are exhausted from just falling down and standing up over and over again. Like,
Oh, boy.
not even able to like try to go, you know?
Yeah.
So we knew going into mountain biking, we would both have to
Yeah.
prepare.
Well, you almost ruined your marriage once on the mountain. You learn.
Wow. So how long had you been married at that point?
maybe a year?
To snowboarding?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay,
like
and then-
Less than.
How many years into marriage was mountain biking?
10.
10.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. After that, I was like,
But
I
we
am
also
not.
did did road biking before that.
Oh, yeah.
And that
Oh,
was
of
fine
course,
too.
Shane's Ironman era.
Yeah.
My
Which
spandex.
it was huge. It was huge in the Salt Lake area when like in the area where we lived, you could ride your bike anywhere. So we were like, we should do this. Like we should get bikes and we should just ride our bikes
Yeah.
everywhere we go. And we
Done.
tried to do
Easy.
that. Yeah.
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 Then you have a few friends that you race with get hit by cars, and people get hit and die.
Yeah.
And you get knocked off the road by a truck a couple times.
I only ever felt safe
Me.
doing like the canyon
Oh,
rides.
okay.
Like where you
Oh,
just
yeah.
ride to
Yeah.
the top and then go
Yeah.
down. Like because people are
Mhm.
expecting you to
Yeah.
be there and
Yeah, you never got hit. Did you
no.
Did you get buzzed? Like, did anyone come close to you? Did you ever like fear for your life?
No, but I did have a couple like truck drivers yell at me like, "Get out of the road," or like stupid. You, know?
tax.
You don't pay road tax.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a huge thing in the UK. Actually, I don't think it's a huge thing over here.
Huh.
In the UK, like the huge biggest thing is like, oh, bike riders don't pay tax, road tax, blah blah blah, and it's the stupidest argument. In fact,
Well, I
we
mean-
should stop talking about it because if anyone mentions this in the comments, no, there will be no response to it.
No
No one
response.
engaged in this conversation. I hate it. We're gonna move.
I mean,
It's a big thing.
I
You
mean,
gotta
I
just
get
need to
to a
open the door.
certain extent that like because I get frustrated sometimes when I see cyclists riding in areas where there's like no shoulder. Mostly because I'm like, you're taking your life into your hands. Like, be careful.
Yeah,
you know.
I get frustrated because I've been there
yeah,
and I know like that shit's crazy, scary, and dangerous. Like,
yeah, like you really do have to plan your routes and
Yeah.
try to. I'm not concerned about being like a convenience for the drivers. It's just if you get into that battle, you're the one who loses as a cyclist.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, cars
The
are much
car
bigger
wins.
than humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we did that for a little bit, and then
Did you enjoy it though? The road biking? Like, how often would you do it? Were you like a one a week, one a month?
yeah,
Like,
I
what-
think we did get to a point where I was riding one a week, but
Yeah.
my first like real canyon climb was the day I found out I was pregnant with Whimsy.
Oh.
So I chose to
Wait,
stop
wait.
riding after that.
So okay, so you made the climb,
Mm,
you did it,
mm.
and that was
Then
the
we-
first time you'd done it.
we peed on a
Right.
stick at the top.
Both
Found
of you.
out. Both of us.
Shane's
For some
like,
reason, his
should I
didn't change.
should I do this? Oh, okay. Do I have to do the other part to see? Oh, okay. Wait, you didn't do it at the top. That would have
No.
been
No,
that would have
Just
been
that night.
hilarious.
no, yeah.
Yeah, that night.
Wow.
And then and then just took a break, right? You took a break through your pregnancy?
I don't know. I totally could have kept writing, but you don't feel the best when you're
Yeah.
pregnant.
Right. I'd love to share this story, okay? Because I was always of like, just my opinion on this is more just mouth dropped. That's my opinion. So when I was in Queenstown and we were doing, and I worked at the bike park there, this woman came and she was super pregnant.
Mm.
Like, it wasn't like, wait, is she
Downhill?
fat? Is she
Downhill
fat?
bike park?
Yeah, it's like, is she fat or is she pregnant? It was just like, she's pregnant.
Wow.
What are your thoughts? Should she have been?
You know what?
biking?
I asked my doctor. I was like, "Do you think this is not safe?" And she was like, "The only thing that's not safe is crashing." Obviously, she's like, "It's a good way to get cardio in while you're pregnant. It's low impact." Like, she was actually, my doctor was really supportive of it. But I'm too clumsy and I'm not confident enough in my ability to not fall. But if I were confident that I weren't going to fall, well, in road biking is a completely different situation because it's not up to your ability whether or not you crash. You could, but I think on a mountain bike, it's all about how confident you feel.
Well, even if
Well, I
you are
guess-
super confident,
Like,
like
I think
one
Sonia-
little thing.
I was just about to say,
Send you
yeah,
down.
Sonia did it for ages through her pregnancy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I do think she was always kind of like when to take it back, what trails to ride.
She's smart.
She's super smart about it.
yeah.
And I
I
mean,
don't know, but that super pregnant lady, no matter how good you are on a bike, like pros are crashing because of the unknown. I don't know.
I think if I was like the other half in that situation, I'd be shitting myself the whole time. It would be like, I'm like, no, can't deal with this. No.
well, I mean, gal, I can't even tell you though the things people get judgy about when you're pregnant. Like,
But then that's it. It's like,
Yeah,
there's so many variables. Like,
they just
what-
see you drinking wine at the movie theaters and they get all up in your face.
and you're
I'm
like,
just
I
kidding.
will. I don't care if it's 9 a.m. I'll do what I want. Thanks.
yeah, like I don't know. I was like a big soda drinker then, and people would be like, "Oh, you're drinking caffeine while you're pregnant?" And I'm like,
This is Diet Sprite, I have you know, and I'm in a room by myself.
never alone.
Yeah, so
Okay,
we got
wait,
through that,
the first
and then
bike-
we
the
started
first
mountain
bike-
biking.
There we go. First
Okay.
mountain bike ride. How was it? What happened?
So before we ever went, all of those like riding with a significant other videos came out, and there were some with really good advice. There were some that were horrendously
Yeah,
Oh,
terrible.
so you did watch those videos.
yeah. Dusty Betty
yeah.
made a really good one, and
Dusty Betty's is good.
NTB Allen is probably
Allen's
the best.
is the best.
Yeah.
Allen's is the best.
Allen's
is
Link
the best.
below. Thanks very much, Shane. Link below.
You're welcome.
It's 5 tips, and I watched it and I was like, yes, like these are the things to do.
Thanks.
If your hands,
You just
You're
did it. You
gonna
went,
go.
these are the things.
these things. Yeah, like and he generalizes the things, but he's also like the details under each thing are so on point in my opinion.
He's so comedic. He's so
He's
good.
like but it's subtle. Like if you're not paying
Yeah.
attention, you don't know Alan's.
you know,
funny.
Allen.
What about? Did you watch the funny? There was a funny one a few years ago. Actually, I wonder if you've even seen this because it came through like Pink Bike World, which Shane's not really ever experienced. But it's Jeff Gulovich.
Oh, where they take the guy?
Yeah, the guy is like the one going. "Oh,
Yes,
slow
that
down."
is so funny.
Ah, okay.
That one's good.
haven't seen it.
Yeah. No, I think
What?
you have.
Yeah.
Have I?
Yeah, it's like a girl taking the guy mountain biking and it's his first time.
Oh, is that IFHT?
Am I
Uh,
talking about the
I-
right one?
Yeah, you are.
Maybe not.
Absolutely.
Okay.
You've
Oh,
nailed-
okay.
That's exactly what it is. Link below. It's an NSMB. I think it was NSMB. NSMB riding with a couple. That's or riding as a couple.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like couples that ride together. Oh, who knows?
Mm.
There's loads.
So yeah, so we watched all of that.
But so like here's the thing. I was already interested in doing it. I think a lot of guys head into this thinking like you can convince somebody to be interested in it, and I don't think you can.
I was on the other side. I'm like, I already experienced the snowboarding fiasco. There's
Right.
no way I'm even gonna push at all with this mountain biking.
Yeah. So you were super prepared. You knew the trail we were going on.
I carried all the snacks.
I rented a
Obviously.
really good bike.
What was it?
So, I mean, it wasn't like, okay,
was a
when I
Rocky
say
Mountain
really
Thunderbolt.
good, it was a good
No,
fit for me.
I did. Shane, yeah, I didn't want your answer. I'm
Oh.
always interested to hear what the novice takes, like, because that's the important thing to understand.
He knows though, because we've talked about this. Like, over and over again that the Rocky Mountain Thunderbolt is what I rode, but it was good because I actually don't like the feeling of rear suspension yet. Like it throws me off. I feel like I'm not in control. It's too many factors, like shifting and just like paying attention and not dying is enough.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need, and out in Grand Junction, there's like 0 trails without some amount of chunk in them, like 0.
Yeah. Where did you go then? What was the first 18 road? That would
Kessel Run is like the flowiest
On
trail
18
out
road,
here
yeah.
on 18 road. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we went. It's short. It's not fatiguing.
Yeah.
And I still crashed.
Yep.
living up to your troll name of the crashing mum.
All right. I mean, I don't think I've crashed other than that though.
For real?
Have I?
No, I don't think so. Good for you.
That's pretty. Yeah, good for you. That's
But
it.
Yeah.
but I am like the slowest rider. I think I'm faster like uphill than downhill because I'm just like I don't like the speed.
Well, when you say slow, okay, so I always come back to I've learned from snowboarding not to push anything, not to push you, I guess. So when I'm in front of you and I'm like, okay, like what's a beginner pace? What would her pace be? And I'm going slow as hell. And I'm hearing, I'll hear her be like, you can go faster. I want to go in front. So like she'll either tell me to go faster or say she wants to go in front. Because in my view,
he's trying to be considerate.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back
dude.
to the super beginner.
Yeah, I've completely been there. I've shown people around the bike park, and I'm like, okay, I'm pretty sure this is good. And I'm like, hey, do you want to go in front? And they're like going 3 times fast, and you're like, whoa. Like, isn't this too much?
Too.
Yeah.
You don't want to catch up to the person in front of you. I've had to slam on my brakes a few times and be like I'm more scared of having to run into somebody than, you know what I mean? I think it's better. I think it's better actually for, I don't know. I was going to say maybe the novice to go in front if it's a super easy trail.
How about this as a possible solution is that you do one where the expert leads, and then you do the second one where the novice goes in front.
Short for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I think that would work best.
The funnest part is being able to figure that out, like figure out what feels good to you in terms of your pace and following somebody. For me, at my point in progress, is I feel like I'm always trying to meet someone else's expectations of I'm following.
Oh, okay. So tell me, what have you like? Are you interested in trying to like get good at mountain biking? Is that like a personal? No, not at all.
This is an audio podcast, hon.
Yeah, right. No.
It's okay. I can fill in. I've encountered these challenges before. I know it's like, oh, no dead air. Okay.
Yeah.
She's saying no.
Maybe if we lived somewhere else, I think I could handle more like flow trails than.
But like 18 road has the, I think 18 road has the kind of, you pedal up, but you get like a decent, there's like a nice view and everything. There's a good experience, I'd say.
No, yeah, I would agree. It's just that like, it's also the furthest away. Yeah. So if you have 2 hours to go ride because you've hired a babysitter to watch your kids, you want to go to the lunch loops or you want to go to, even Cocopelli's closer.
I think 18 road is on the table now that our kids can pedal bike.
Yes,
but it wasn't previously. And I'm building up a hardtail for you.
For me?
Yeah, why not?
For audio listeners, that was a look of what?
No, because I've told him that I don't really need rear suspension at this point, and he happens to have a spare frame, so.
Yeah, but that's it doesn't have rear suspension.
No,
that's
right. He's building it up because he also wants to ride it. But I will ride it.
It'll be in the garage.
It'll be in the garage. That is super nice. We can share bikes. We're really similar in size.
So what about this? What about an e-bike?
Yes. Let's get one. Let's do it.
Yeah.
I want one.
Hell yeah.
Sheyn.
Yes.
You're doing well. People
I've put
are buying
in a request.
toilet paper. To where?
It really is just hard to get bikes right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just
So if you have a bike,
Like-
hang on to it. Don't sell it.
Yeah.
Well, Dash, I don't know if you know, but I have like 7 bikes.
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to
Oh, you're talking in general. The general
Yeah.
you.
no one else is you,
You're
Paul.
too fast.
Yeah.
You're
No
too
one else
fast.
has everything else.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
No.
Next year, you know what? Next year, I just want one. I've made
One bike?
plus an e-bike. But I've said this to like everyone. I'm just like, I just want one. Take it back. And they're like, well, we might want you to ride more than one. I was like, nope. It's stupid. Like I'm like in my garage just going, what the hell?
The
People come
ceiling.
over and like,
I
what?
choose. Yeah.
Your sealant's drying up.
Actually, with the performance lube sealant does not dry up.
Oh, okay.
And we found this in tires that we have taken off. We're like, the sealant's still here.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's cool.
does actually legit last longer than the one that begins with S.
Oh.
So
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
I have put in a request. So the Rocky Mountain dude, the rep out here, he's stoked. He's like, oh, Sheyn, you ride a Rocky Mountain. So he asked me. He said, if you could pick your top 3 bikes for 2021, and I could hook you up with
When
like
did he ask
an
you this?
ambassador deal.
Oh, for 20. Okay.
Yeah, he was just like, bikes are hard to get. I don't know what I can get. He said, give me your top 3. My number 1 was an e-bike. And then I had a trail and an XC on there, but so I'm
Were any of
hoping
them,
to get an
short
e-bike.
travel?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
hoping to get the e-bike if he can
Yeah.
swing it for me.
no, you want the altitude one, I guess. I can't remember what that. That's
That
like
one's
140.
Oh, the
But
Instinct's
let me,
140.
Dash, let me tell you, as an e-bike rider, is that where I would normally lock out suspension, I don't lock out the suspension at all on an e-bike.
Yeah,
Because the motor just does everything, and actually you do
Yeah.
want that full suspensionness because the bike's heavier. It's actually kind of a lot more stable as well.
Mm.
So it's not like a light trail bike that maybe you feel unstable. Like everything is right in the middle,
Like you're
and
gonna
just
get
like
bucked off or something.
no, yeah, it just doesn't happen. It's more like a motorbike if you've ever ridden a motorbike, which is obviously full suspension. Oh, you're shaking your head? I'm surprised. No, but honestly, I think in some ways,
I've
definitely
ridden
on
a
flow
scooter.
trails. Yeah, same thing. That's a full suspension, right? But like,
I don't think
yeah,
mopeds are.
They are. That's literally it. They have front and they have rear suspension. Your car has front and rear suspension.
Well, okay.
Yeah. So Shane's just like, yep, he showed you, Dad.
staying out of this one.
There are shocks.
Yeah, got some
Anyway.
pretty sweet shocks. But no, it's a lot better, especially on the flow trails. I've found because it's more just kind of you're on train tracks, right? And the extra weight does actually make it a bit nicer, I think.
I think it's more just like, I get so irritated sometimes when people are like, just trust your bike. And I'm like, you can feel that. You can feel like
When
the
you
bike
say
being able-
some people, you went, look at Sheyn. When
No.
some people,
he's never said that to me. And
Yeah.
it's an
I don't say
annoying-
shit to her. Nothing. I'll say it to you when we're in Sedona. Just trust your wheels, Paul.
like, shut up, Sheyn. I'm scared.
It's while I can completely understand that, it's also really frustrating to know that I'm not the one who's making this happen. I have no idea what's happening. I'm just surviving this trail because I have a bike that can handle it. I don't like that feeling.
So you want to have the learning process that a hardtail gives you.
Yeah, I want to have the skills. I don't just want to have the bike that can do it,
I'm actually, do you know what, Dad? I'm actually on the fence that a lot of people say oh, you've got to have a hardtail. I honestly think that people generally say this because they had a hardtail growing up because bikes were super expensive. And it's well, I had to deal with this. You have to deal with this as well. But actually, I'm going to use for audio listeners, I'm super sorry, but hardtails, they pivot around the back, right? So they move like this, okay? But full suspension bikes, they have 2. So it's up and down, like the WAP dance, right? So yeah, you should know this now. Sorry, I have to share this. I know I'm digressing.
Stop it right now.
I'm sorry, but do you know that Coldplay's The Scientist has the same chord progression as WAP by Cardi B? It's hilarious. Anyway, I've just noticed it last night. Anyway, but the full suspension bike will move up and down rather than pivot round the back wheel. So I think it's a completely different way of riding it. So this whole kind of ideology that, you need a hardtail to learn the skills. It's like, I don't think that's true because they're completely different.
I think it's more a preference for me. I would never tell somebody like, you need to start on a hardtail first.
Especially in junction.
Mm.
Yeah, especially in junction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say I would question
the pump track and figure out like how that works.
That's a great point. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
pump tracks, perfect. It's like you can learn everything there.
Yeah, like I don't know how to corner. I don't know how to. I mean,
neither do I.
Body positioning and all of that stuff. Like I don't know anything.
But it's funny that you say all these things, but like, is that because you've just watched Sheyn's videos and like videos that I've been in as well, where I go on and on and on and on about it, and that's why you're like, wait, I don't know this. And does it put you off mountain biking?
I think it's good to watch videos before you go to kind of get an idea of the basics, but to like intuit them when you're on the trail is a completely different thing. You're not thinking about the steps in the process, and half of the stuff that's out there is based on like a man's what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Balance.
Oh, in the weight distribution of a man?
Yeah, like weight distribution, like especially for things like wheeling, like or trying to get your front wheel off the ground. I'm like,
I can't wheelie. It's fine.
Well, just even like doing a curve, okay, or like trying to go over a rock, like getting the front wheel off the ground.
Gotcha.
Is a different experience for a girl. Like it's just different. Like,
for a beginner.
The majority of your mass is up here, and you're pulling that back. Not for me. It's already back there. So like
yes. Now, do you know, I have heard this because believe it or not, I do talk to people of the opposite sex to me.
Sometimes.
There is you should follow a rider called Cecile Ravenel on Instagram because she's great. Because she does all of the things that everyone does, like the wheeling one hand, holding a lamppost, riding around it. And she I don't think she does it so much now because she did actually break her back pretty savagely. She hasn't raced for 2 years. But she is, I think for that exact thing, she's a great inspiration because I believe someone told me this is that she has quite a kind of a wider hips and things like that. And she doesn't let it get in the way. And I think she posted a whole post about this at one point. But I'd recommend following her for inspiration.
Nice.
I try to follow as many female riders as possible.
Who's your favorite?
Yuka, hands down.
Yeah.
Yuka.
She's so awesome.
Yuka holds up
against any YouTuber.
It's so funny to me when like female YouTubers, people are like, make sure you include that it's women's mountain biking. And I'm like, well, you don't have to do that if your content is like, I mean, Yuka's is so good. Like, you want to watch the whole thing.
Content. Storytelling.
There's so many like secret producer moments that I'm like, oh, Sheyn, you guys should do this, or you should try.
Do you need some content?
Or I'm like messaging you and I'm like, we gotta
you do all the time. Just for those listening, Dash has sent me so many messages saying, you should get Seth on because he's just rebranded. I'm just like, yes, Dash. Okay. It's on the list. The guy has also said that he's trying to stay away from the internet for 3 weeks and he keeps getting called in. I'm also
like, try to call him during this time. He has more time now.
But he's trying to not
Or I'll come to him and I'll be like, you should podcast this week.
Oh, yeah. Sheyn is the weak link in all of this. Daj is the one holding this thing together.
Exactly.
For sure. In fact, Daj is also stronger than me. I've got to say that as well, because you're always like, look, you should get Sheyn doing some podcasting again. I think he's missing it. Come on. I'm like, fuck it. Oh, God, I'm just having an interstitial What's the word I'm looking for? Not interstitial. That means something that appears in the middle of something. What's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know.
Internal. It's like internal, but not that. It's like it's more when you have like a spiritual kind of thing. Just someone comment it down below. That's a useful comment. Comment that on the YouTube.
Words.
Should we? Okay, so I was just gonna say segue. Should we do some last week's comments because we're running out of time? But she has mentioned that the structure is getting a little bit. What would you say? Sometimes the structure gets in the way of it. Yeah.
Oh, really?
You know?
I'd much rather hear like a good conversation. The segments are good if the content for the segment is good. If it's not good,
yeah, it's true. I do leave that up to Sheyn to choose the good comments and put them in. I haven't seen these comments yet, but I assume they're amazing. Sheyn?
I don't know. Well, so last week we were with Alan. We talked about MTB being more stuck up than golf.
Wait. Are we doing that right now? Because we have to roll the intro.
It's last week's comments.
Well, first of all, the mediocre mountain biker did say, he commented, the look on Paul's face when he realized he forgot to bring a cat. That didn't have anything to do with mountain biking golf or Alan, but I thought that was, you've got to get a cat.
No, I'm a dog person. Person through and through. Have I shown you pictures of my dog?
Yeah,
I already
have
your
a dog?
Your mom's dog.
Oh,
yeah. She came here. Look, Daz. There you go. Look at
He's super
Piper.
cute.
yes,
She. Yeah, sorry. Piper.
very cute. Piper,
You obviously tell the gender of my
awesome
dog.
name.
That
What's
is
the breed?
a super cute name.
She is an Australian Shepherd from
Aw.
France. She is born in France. She's actually
She doesn't have a
incredibly-
lot of the blue,
She's gorgeous.
or the
No, 'cause,
like texture.
She's a tricolor because you can't. They come out either tricolor or merle, right?
I didn't
And
know
you
that.
actually can't. You can't.
Australian shepherds are my favorite, but they're usually all speckly, and that's what I like.
No, you can have
She's
two.
beautiful.
No, you can't actually mate a merle and a merle or a tricolor and tricolor. You need to
So you
mate a
don't know.
tricolor and a merle together. Yeah, you gotta have one of each. So the breeder told me. She was like, it was insane. Apparently they just changed the rules because she was like a prize breeder, basically. And it's like, they've just changed the rules. This is going to be our last batch. Puppies are €200 a pop. And I was like,
that's it?
what? And she's like, yeah, can't charge you any more than that. I should, because she's like, yeah. But,
We might have to cave and get a dog someday because our son is the only one in our family that's a really big dog lover. And sometimes I feel terrible that
Yeah,
we got a cat.
we'll
and
see. I don't know.
can't get a dog.
Pets
don't
are
get an
such a
Australian
burden.
Shepherd. Yeah, don't get an Australian Shepherd because she needs. My mum's retired, and it's like 24 hours a day. It's dog stuff. Like, that's what Piper
Attention.
needed. That's what Piper needed, and I really tried, but it was just draining on both of us. So that's why. But I cannot wait to see her on the 10th of November. 11th of November. I
You're
will see her.
going.
So how long are you going to stay?
Till the end of January.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's gonna big go. But because I can't come down there, I can't come down to the States.
I
So
know. Don't.
and snow happens up here in quite a large amount. So if I want to be, a mountain bike, and I don't have a van to drain content out of for the winter, then it's like that's all I've got.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you're recording enough to get you through those months if you don't even do anything up there.
Dude, we spent 2 days, whole 2 days, like 10 hours. Can I say 10? Yeah, 10 hours of filming.
Wow.
10 hours filming will bring us like 3-4 minutes of footage.
How much does your production / media company guy charge you for?
Oh, I can't possibly say that, but we're putting in some good work. Well, I have finished the first golf video.
Yes.
It's not the first golf video, but it is the first golf video that I have made. Does
Because
that make
the
sense?
first golf video is already posted on Paul the Putter. Subscribe.
No, do not subscribe to that. Can't wait to put a content claim on it and just shut you down the proper way. That would almost be a funnier way to continue the
Brian's
meme.
crispy ass nuggets? Did he? I think Brian liked.
I would have got.
Channel.
I think that's a great way of handling it, is liking it and not getting annoyed by it.
Yes,
But yeah, I can be like, this is actually like my professional, my profession. It's like if I came into your retail store and started taking the piss out of you, like what you were doing next to it, like you'd be like, this is really weird. And it's like,
okay.
Same thing for Brian. So I can understand.
I have never done that, right?
No, once your golf channel gets more subscribers than Paul the Putter, I'll shut it down. Actually, I don't even think I'm gonna have time to put in the work to make.
Yeah, you couldn't even make
Video.
a logo.
Can't even make
I'm
mine.
like, that's what he's like. He's just taken my Paul the Punter one. I was like, Shane, you can't use that. Like, I could sue you for whatever reason.
Yeah,
But like, just like take a few minutes to go make something.
I
I was disappointed. I wasn't mad. I was disappointed.
I did it all while we were talking to Alan last week. So
Okay, you did.
All
All right.
right.
Dash, read out a comment. Read out the next one from Ian. Ian here.
Okay.
well, okay. So it's talking about mountain biking being more stuck up than golf.
Right.
Oh yeah, great click. Were you pleased with that? I was like, this is the clickbait.
That was
not
good
like we
clickbait.
didn't talk about CrossFit. It was like, this is nice and controversial. Yeah.
Okay. I've definitely seen, by Ian Barner.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen both sides of this coin. There's a fair size chunk of the MTB population that is very welcoming, but there's an even bigger chunk of the intermediate MTB population that suffers from the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Oh yeah, great,
Heard of that?
great.
Yeah.
You've never heard of it? Oh, we should explain. Do you know? So you don't know what it is?
It's like, oh god,
It's like it's basically the same thing as a little bit of knowledge is dangerous.
Yeah.
or like you
it's-
know a little bit and you act like you know everything.
That is the
it?
Dunning-Kruger effect. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And if we got it wrong, I'm
I probably have
sure
that.
the comments will come in.
No, I'm pretty sure that's it. And all of us have done this for sure. All of us have done this.
Have you seen?
We have 3 minutes. We have 3 minutes. Get back here.
Not on our time.
She's running.
you,
she's running away. She's
Have you
back, everyone. Don't worry.
Have you seen enough in the mountain biking community to have an opinion on whether or not that's stuck up? Or I don't know. All you see is the videos, I guess.
There's so many things that I think I get mad about, but it's all internet based. People
Which is
that
what? Like what?
Oh my gosh. If we were to go down like a feminism road, like it gets me angry.
I will. We are welcoming this. As you know, I always turn to you to make sure that I'm in line on this stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a difference between making a mistake and like being like, oh yeah, I messed up. I'm all for the apology. I'm all for the like realizing, and you're so great at that, Paul. Like for all the things maybe you don't get right, you're totally fine to be like, oh yeah, I screwed up and move on, But there have been things like the best example I can think of is that there's a video where Alex rides with Hannah and Havana. Hannah?
Oh, Hannah
Go
and Havana or
Now
the
she's
other?
Hannah.
Okay, that one. Okay.
Yeah. That go and read the comments
That's bad.
on that video.
The Hannah and Havana one.
Yeah.
The Van Tour one.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
no.
And part of it, like,
From other people,
love
I feel
Alex.
like
He's such a good guy, but
right. Okay.
there's this like clip of him like waking up in the van, and I don't know if it was intended for him to like imply that
I don't
he
think
had
so.
slept over or whatever, but like that would be like an afterthought moment, right? Where it's like maybe he made a mistake, he didn't realize it, that's not his fault. Like, but the
Okay.
comments that followed because of that, Hannah does not deserve. Like,
Oh.
and
Yeah.
she's married, she's been through like breast cancer and like just an awesome, stellar, like amazing person who nobody deserves it, but like it breaks my heart that happens, and it
Oh.
happens to people like Hannah. And it's not just guys. Like there's a couple women in there who are, I don't even know if they're real accounts, but like there's a couple women in there who profess to be like lesbians, and they're saying just equally horrible things. So I was just like, I don't know. She probably was dating the guy she's married to when that video was made.
Well,
Yeah.
when you have a video that big, like you can't even look at the comments.
Oh, I think they're engaged. I think they're engaged.
Oh, I hope she didn't even engage or look at the comments, because you just
She
don't.
probably didn't, because she's a boss like that. Like
Yeah.
she just, she's
Yeah,
fine. But
Yeah. But oh no, it's absolutely true. Like the worst thing is like, you put Brian's had it as well. Okay, it's like
Sure,
you know, woman appears in video. It's like, oh, are you?
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
into her? Like what? It's like, oh my god.
And someone creates the hashtag
No
date.
way.
And yeah,
mhm.
I mean, that was kind of funny though. That
a little
was,
bit. Yeah,
in that instance, because it wasn't negatively affecting someone else.
it's true.
You know what I mean? It's just like, and
Okay,
people were so
like,
obsessed
what
with
I
Brian's.
when I posted like the three guys with a van with
You-
you,
you're-
Good point. You were part
I
of that.
didn't include any women. And
No, but
every
you just
single
like,
one of you had mentioned wanting to find a girl. So
yes, that's true.
and I'm friends with you. So part of me was like, it's fine. Like I think Paul would be okay, but like Brian and Alex don't know me that well. Like I shouldn't, like,
Yeah.
but I ended up deleting that one because I was like, they don't know me that well.
It's inappropriate.
Yeah. I mean, you can do that with me because
Brian does.
we're familiar, but I can see that. I can see why you would feel perhaps uncomfortable about the other two, not knowing them.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, do you know what? I actually don't mention the van on dates because I feel like it's a fake, possible fake attachment thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like I just like I would hate the idea, so I don't even enter it. It's just like, oh, I mean, he's all right, but he has a sick adventure van. Do you know what I mean? Like
For your van?
Yeah, 100%. I know it's probably ridiculous. It's probably completely irrational, but like I don't even mention it.
Someone to want you for.
Especially around here, though. It was like if I opened up Tinder or the other ones, then every girl on there, woman, girl, I think this is fine. Lady,
Yeah.
Gal.
a person that identifies as female, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, I just want an adventure person. Oh, I just want someone to go away on hikes. Oh, it's always the set. It's like same. It's like, no, you don't. You want to do that sometimes, but you also want to sit down on the couch and watch Netflix and order fast food and feel fine about that.
That's where you win on both sides, man. I own a van. I own a house.
But then also the house thing,
Successful.
I've been told that owning a house thing is intimidating.
I think that's a
more
load of crap. I'm sorry.
dude, more than once.
Probably for girls in their 20s, but girls in their 30s.
Yeah, girls in their 30s shouldn't be intimidated by that.
But you got to remember that people in their 30s around here, it's a very different demographic to people in 30s, probably in Grand Junction, because we're like, oh, we don't care about anything. Let's just go ride all day. Woo. That's
Is that the girls in their 30s?
That's gender irrelevant in that situation.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all we,
I mean, like,
that's all
for
we do
us,
around here.
It's weird because in our 30s, we've been married 13 years, have 2 kids, and this is our second house. Like,
Yeah, it's mental. Funny you say that because my best friend from the UK, exactly the same. Married for years, 2 kids. He was literally like, it was like me and him at school. And I always thought that I would be doing that and he would be doing something like that I do. It's the funniest thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he's just like, yeah, he's never left, never moved away from the town. Well, the city, I guess. But it's very strange.
well, people, I feel like in the dating world, use the word intimidating in the wrong way too. Like, really, are they intimidated or are they just kind of like, whoa, like this guy
Insecure? Is that what you're...
maybe,
suggesting?
yeah, like that might be a better word for it. Or like this guy has his crap together. Are you really gonna like run for the hills because of that? Really? I don't buy the intimidating excuse. Maybe it's like I've heard people say like intimidating is like a nice way to let someone down, but like I don't believe it at all as a reason to like.
Oh, it's not like it wouldn't be like the sole reason. It would be like a
we're not in the same place.
Part
maybe?
of. Yeah, probably that's it.
Yeah.
I'll just find someone at like 42. Or something like that.
Yeah.
He wants children. He
wants a dog.
He wants a dog.
Children.
He's got a house and a van.
I know. He has 7 mountain bikes. Fuck.
7.
Too much. It's too much.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of funny when like is that they go and search, like when you get to the point where you're searching for each other on the internet. That's always the funny point right now.
Oh, like background checking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So then they're like, "Oh, you're YouTube famous." They're
like, "Oh, I see." Or they'll say like, what do you? If someone goes like, "What do you do?" It's like, you kind of know, don't you? But I'm just going to explain it anyway.
Through YouTube, then who already knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Hello, all the ladies in the YouTube world.
Yeah.
Follow.
As long as you have at least 50,000 subscribers.
Would you like me to field all the emails? Paul.
For audio listeners, I'm shaking my head.
He doesn't want to live in this world.
I don't want to play matchmaker.
No, I'm far too. Like, I'm just about like all the ones I'm dating now. It's like, oh yeah, I'm just about to go back onto the other side of the world for 3 months. So see you in 3 months. Like, it's a classic. This is what it's always been like. It's like, yeah, I'm in France, but about to move to Canada. It's like, yeah, I'm in the UK, but I'm about to just go tripping around Europe. Yeah, I'm in New Zealand, but I'm going to go to Canada. Yeah, I'm in Canada. It's like, it's always been like that. But time will tell. Anyway, I feel like we should move on rather than my personal problems. Let's focus on your personal problems. But no, we've done topics. Wait, I have a question. We're not going to, Sheyn, I see your topic suggestions. We're not going to talk about emo music
stuff. Oh, emo music?
Apparently the Crashing Mum wants to talk gear. Exclamation mark, question mark.
Some ideas.
I don't know why you wrote that down. What would we talk about?
We were just, I don't know.
Gear.
Hey, the emo music thing.
I have a question. What do you like most about Sheyn and his YouTube stardom?
Stardom.
Do those have to be conjoined?
Yeah, suck it up. Because this guy, people recognize him on the trail. He gives them a sticker, you know? Like, he's not just anyone now. He's a person of interest.
So I do have a good answer for that, but it's so when we moved to Colorado, we knew literally nobody.
Mm-hmm.
We started YouTubing, and now we literally have hundreds of friends. Like,
really
good, solid friends all through mountain biking.
Yeah.
I mean, we have friends that aren't in mountain biking now too, but in 4 years, like, that's incredible to make. And a lot of them also have families and are in similar phases of life. So, like, I don't know.
It's been great. Yeah.
We have people who come from other places just to visit us, and they spend time with our whole family.
Take us out to dinner. And
yeah, like I was thinking about Just Riding Trails. That's why I asked you
Yeah.
about that, because I was like, there's this retired couple that comes out, and they come out, and we go to dinner with them every time, and like, that is the dream. Like, they just mountain bike their lives away as retired people, and I think that sounds so nice. Like,
that's a good answer. I like your answer.
Yeah, but as far as like him being like well known,
recognized, I've always had that.
Or recognized, yeah, that's true. When he played music, it was worse.
Yeah,
really? Wow,
it was worse because he was like very locally famous, so everywhere we went. And when you're in a band, it's like, oh my gosh, it's the drummer, and like the girls are like,
you're like, yeah, but Shane's the bassist, so.
I did,
No,
I did
he did
I
both.
did several different things.
And
But
there was one show where I was like helping sell merch, and this girl is like going off about him, like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get his number after blah blah blah. And she's going off
Really?
like selling her a shirt, and I was like, oh, by the way, I'm his fiance, so have a nice day, goodbye. Like,
Fuck you.
it's different though, because like with music or being locally famous or whatever, like they don't know you like they know you from YouTube, because from YouTube you're putting yourself out there. With music,
Yeah.
you're just in a music video or on stage. It's different. So yeah, this is better.
I don't think they really know you though.
Really?
Yeah,
Do I not put the real me on YouTube?
Paul would probably answer this pretty well, because Sheyn is like one of the nicest, most genuine people you'll ever meet.
It's very
I
true.
do not think that comes through in his videos.
Oh,
I think he just comes across as someone that has fun and jokes around. He doesn't
Yeah.
put forward the caring side of it and the listening and the emotionally intelligent side of it for sure.
that sounds like
Yeah.
a boring video.
Because it would be a
um,
boring video. Apart from that
Like-
time, it's just like whenever he's like, guys, I think I'm thinking about deleting social media, like blah blah blah. I'm just looking at him like, what the fuck are you talking about? Shut up, Sheyn. I'm like, oh my
to get
God.
into like, as soon as like negative stuff started coming through, I don't think you took it personally. You were just like, I don't want to do that part of it. I don't care about
What negative stuff did you get?
Mm,
Oh, I don't know. Like, if you can't ride with everyone that messages you or comments to ride, like I usually try to, but if
Why
you
do
can't,
you guys get this all the time? Maybe this is just an American. Like, I'm going to be honest, like, right, straight up. Not that many people. Well, actually, some people do message me, but it seems like other people. Like, I mean, if we're literally going to compare apples to oranges here, like, other people seem to get messaged way more than me about like, oh, I want to ride, or I want to ride this. Like, sometimes I'll get like this super polite, like, hey, we're going to be in Squamish on the 21st. Just wondering if you have time. It's 4 months away. And I'm like, I have no idea. Like, I'm sorry.
definitely better, right? Like, if someone
Yeah,
asks you if you're available, yeah, maybe you'll make it happen. But like, you're not going to plan your life around people you don't know.
yeah,
And Seth
Yeah.
said it because he was like, his previous house before he moved, he was like, people were showing up at my door who are fans. He's like, the thing that they don't realize is like, they've gotten to know me really well, but I don't know them. Like, they're strangers, you know? And for me,
Yeah.
it's like, if somebody showed up at our house, like we have kids, and like I would be angry.
Oh, yeah.
Stranger was just, I know this is the Crashing Dad's house and we just showed up and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'd be like, okay, then you're going to get a little bit of the Crashing Mom, because I don't give about YouTube. Get off my property. Like, sorry. everybody. But really,
Well,
like,
no, look, probably from that little sentence, no one's ever going to come mess with you. Like, think about it like that. Good. Yeah.
there's always like this
You're-
expectation though for you to be like really nice, and if
A
you
nice
if you don't
person.
make time to ride with,
Oh my God. Yeah.
they get upset about it, and then you become too famous, and it's gone to your head.
well, and they also want
they
to use
start
you as a
shit-
launching pad.
shit talking to everyone else. And
Yeah. Dude, I am so worried that I give the impression, as you know, Sheyn, you know me so well. People come and like see me when I'm like maybe making a video, and they're like, hey, and I'm just like, great.
Trying to get-
Nice to see you. Trying to get this shot. I got you.
I have to start over.
And I'm like, hey,
Obviously,
you spent it in the wild. Here's a sticker.
Yeah, and Shane's like giving out stickers. And I'm just like, we have 10 seconds of this light to last here. And Shane is reaching into his bag, fucking getting out stickers.
Yes.
No, I have been far more conscious of being nice to people, because especially around here, I do get a lot of, hey, it's you. And I'm like, yeah, it's
Sure.
me. Hello.
Live 3
I'm
blocks
like-
away.
Well, then, I mean, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you feel like the whole YouTube thing throws you out of the camaraderie element of the mountain
I think
biking?
the only way that it negatively affects me is actually with the people that I know, where they probably get annoyed that I'm making a video and lots of people are going to see it, and they don't necessarily want to be in the video. So they think that if they're going to invite me on a trip, that means that I'll probably have to make a video, and I probably just don't get invited on the trip. That has come up in conversation before with my friends.
It's because everyone thinks that you go out and film every ride, every adventure, and
because a lot of the time I used to have to, but now it's like, no, don't do that anymore.
You don't take anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you? Sheyn does. Maybe you don't.
What do you mean?
Where you don't take where you don't take all the gear. You might take like one.
I don't do it anymore. The only time, like, I'm going filming tomorrow. That is my filming day. Me and Chris are going to go and film, and then that's it. On Saturday, I did like a 4-hour ride or whatever it was, just with nothing. But yeah, it was kind of the. Sometimes the expectation is obviously because I've got all matching kit and like amazing looking bike, and people are like, "Oh, how have you got that?" And I go, "Well, I'm sponsored by them." And then I go, "Look, caveat here. I suck at mountain biking. Just remember that. Like, I have to explain. Like, I don't have to be like, oh yeah, I'll go, I'll go at the back. Like, I just go, I'm not as good as I probably should be. And then I just start at the back, and then if I need to go faster. If I need to be faster for whatever reason, then I just move myself up the group.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's annoying too, though, that people are always expecting you to be better than.
Oh, but it's been like that for years. Like when I worked at Pink Bike, people were just like, well, you work at Pink Bike, so obviously drop in. It's like, no, I'm good at advertising and coming up with video ideas. That doesn't necessarily mean that I can shred on this bike. Yeah. But that's kind of how it goes. But literally I could be in a much worse situation. So if that's my worst problem, then life's not so bad, is it really?
No, it's not.
That's the thing.
So emo music.
Wait, what?
Oh, we've talked about this. But why is this a topic of conversation? That's what I want to know.
I just thought it was so crazy. Like Sheyn was telling me all the bands you listen to, and I'm like,
we listen to the same
since
stuff.
we've moved here, like we're the only ones I know of that listen to this stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, Paul. And I'm like, where was he in 2005? Because
2005 was the year.
2005 was the year.
Still being the same person, but on the other side of the planet, where I was the only person that listened to all this stuff and no one else did. And even people now, they're just like, they get in my car and like, oh, why are you listening to this? I'm like, shut up, I'm driving. Nah, fuck you.
My car, my music.
Yeah.
Yeah. My 6 sound system, go away. Yeah.
Yeah. So sick.
It's amazing. The subwoofer is legit. And Sheyn got in and we're about to have this like nice conversation. I'm like, look, Sheyn, I've got to show you the sound system. We won't talk for a few minutes. Just listen to it.
Like it rumbled butt juice out of me.
Oh yeah, it's big. It is big. Big woofer.
In your van?
Yeah.
Was this Sedona?
Ladies, listen up.
No.
Not only does he have a sick van.
No.
That sounds
sick sound system.
You're taking this in an inappropriate
Yes,
direction.
Sheyn. see how woke I am, Dash? I'm so on top of this.
Our kids learned the word inappropriate both before they were 2.
Yeah.
Because
what was your first word? Inappropriate.
That's inappropriate.
And it's like, I'll try to get them to swear, but they're like, you know how some kids will be like,
wait, what do you mean you'll try to get them to swear? That's not right.
What does SHIT spell? Because are spelling.
Are you serious?
That's a grown-up word.
And then they'll come to me and they'll be like, Mom, Dad's trying to get us to swear again. I don't want to. And I'm like,
for the Crashing Brother video, I got him to say, I'm a badass dude. And he didn't really know what it was at first. And then my daughter tattled on me, got me in trouble.
She was like, Mom, Dad made Copeland swear.
Dad made him swear.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's terrible. Hey, we should do some Joeys of the week here. Because that is everyone's actual favorite thing. So I'll do the intro for that.
Are there any
right. Wait. Intro right now.
Is it you? Is it me? It's the Joey of the week.
I didn't realize this is how that went.
What?
Edit 3 times.
Yeah, this is literally do you think I actually edit this down, Dash? No.
No.
Last week when I was like, I do 3 cuts in this thing, and then I just upload it.
The stuff
Make sure
that's
no one's. Yeah.
This is not edited.
Yeah.
So I better
Make
not mess up or say anything when I record
No,
it.
if someone says something bad, I go in and edit it. So it's like, but that's only happened twice. I think that's only happened twice. Yeah.
Oh, really? I want to know about that later.
All right.
Sure.
Joey, nominations from our listeners.
Oh my god, what a great name! What an incredible name! This Dutch descended person, incredible name.
How do you know that?
Well, take it then. Take it.
Because it says Van.
Oh,
is that
okay.
Dutch?
All right.
Yeah. Van is like the international Netherlands calling card.
Okay.
Oh.
Paul knows stuff.
Adam Van Winkle.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
Such a good name. Such a satisfying name.
Loyalty.
Dash, any kind of, I can read this in a variety of English mannerisms. Do you have any requests? Or do you just want an
I haven't
outro?
done Aaron Gwynn in a while.
Oh my god, Aaron Gwynn. To the
And
point.
also, you didn't mention that Alan has actually had Aaron Gwynn on his channel.
we forgot about that.
Yeah, and do you know what? I was convinced that he got him to say, "You're listening to the Joey podcast. I'm Aaron Gwynn," but he didn't at all. He just had a random
I'm gonna
soundbite,
get
and I
Aaron
was.
Gwynn. Just watch.
If you do that, Dash, 10
Will
out
that
of
be
10.
bad? Will that be
Dude,
good?
It'd be great. It'd be
I
fine.
think I could do it.
So I actually rode with kind of semi with, but raced at the same time, John Hall, who is Aaron's mechanic. And I asked John, I actually said, hey, we kind of have this joke where we take the mickey out of Aaron, but obviously we talk about him all the time. And I was like, do you think that Aaron, I know he's kind of a bit like, he likes to,
Guy.
huh?
He seems like a super nice guy.
Oh, he's a super nice guy, but he's also very much like, I want to make sure that I'm being portrayed in the right way in interviews and stuff. So he asks for questions before interviews and things like that.
So you guys would have to be professional for once.
But I was just like, would he do this? Like, I don't know. We're kind of taking the mick, but I don't know. Maybe he would be into it. I completely forgot about that joke. Do you want to be honest? Completely forgot. I remember they tried.
Aaron Gwynn.
When Aaron Gwen.
You don't do that anymore.
I know, because it's been so long. Oh,
sorry,
so
Adam Van Winkle. We
Oh
got
yeah.
him off the rails.
Yeah. Who's digressing now? Who's digressing now?
She's
Okay.
pushed it to a 1 hour 22.
I know.
I know, but it's my favorite thing. My thing to do if I'm a guest on other people's podcasts is to try and be the longest.
What you
guest.
should do is just do a part 2 or get 2
No,
out.
never do part 2s. Never do part
Yes,
2s.
you
No,
do.
No, you
Yes.
don't. Dad.
I am
Because
gonna.
you alienate everyone that hasn't watched the first one, so your possible audience size is
Oh, they
less
have
than
to
whatever the
force
first one
to
got.
watch the first one. That's a bad thing.
No. Never do part 2s. Never do part 2s.
Do you listen
Okay.
to podcasts that go 2 hours?
Well, so I have,
Yes, I do.
on drives. I have ran into like on a podcast, really good podcast that I really like, the Armchair Expert, where they're like, if you haven't listened to this first part of this one, go back and listen to that before you do this. I'm like, I don't, and then I just
And
find
it's
another
like, I'm
podcast.
trying.
I'd find another
Exactly.
podcast. Yeah. So
Yeah.
sorry.
Movies are like 3 hours long in some instances, Dash. There's no such thing as something that's too long. It's just something that's too boring.
That's true.
That is, put that on my gravestone. That is officially my
That's
catchphrase in
That's
life.
true.
I'll catch her watching the Joy podcast on YouTube.
But I have to
on
watch
like
it in
double speed. It's like
It takes me all day
And Shane
because-
and Paul.
Just listen to it on Spotify. We get paid more money. We've just said this.
Spotify.
Or iTunes, whatever. Or Google Play, I think it works. But who has a Google phone? Losers, that's
I
who.
do iTunes. Is that not what I'm supposed to do?
iTunes.
You can do iTunes. iTunes is great.
I
Leave
usually watch
5-star
it on
review.
YouTube because I want to see, and then I just let it play on
She likes.
whatever else.
She likes the view.
Shut. Just save it. But anyway, Adam Van Winkle. I was following a friend down a steep section of trail, lap number 2, mind you, when he took a bad line, causing him to lose traction and slide straight through the right-hand turn at the bottom. As I was laughing at his misfortune, I failed to realize that I had taken the exact same line, causing me to slide straight towards him. During an attempt to avoid crashing into him, I ended up sliding out and smashing my shoulder into the berm at the bottom. Upon impact, my shoulder made crunchy sounds, promptly ending the ride. P.S. 3 months later, it's almost back to full strength without any surgery or anything.
Without a doctor, is it?
It sounds like he's pulled an AC. That's what it sounds to me. It's AC strain. Classic mountain biker's injury.
Terrible.
But that is pride comes before a fall, as my mum instilled into me from an early age. Quite literally.
Right. Moving on, Dean Delaney says, "This is my first Joey moment that I've shared." So
Can I know, but this is local to me. I didn't use Dean's name in this, but I posted it to the local Squamish group. It's been a big hit because this is like, I preface you reading this with saying that this is basically the worst thing that you can imagine happening on this move that he's talking about. The worst thing. Yeah.
So you posted it, but Dean Delaney outed himself. He said, "So here goes. I was going to my friend's place in Whistler, but on the drive up, we decided to stop and go to Squamish to hit the famous In-N-Out burger slab, which I've seen on some of your videos. It's always been a bucket list thing for me, so when we got there, it was way steeper in real life. But my friend tried it. He took the wrong line and near the end went into the bushes. He was fine. We had a good laugh. So I decided to try it on, I had pretty non-grippy Specialized tires with 2-piston brakes. I hadn't had much experience with slabs, and I did the Bobo thing where I didn't use enough front brake. I got too much speed, went into the tree at the end of the slab. My fork snapped and disconnected from the bike. I hit my balls on the stem, which hurt. And then the impact from my bike hitting the tree broke my arm. Although I didn't know until later that day because I was focused on the testicular pain.
Oh, man.
Fork broken off, broken balls, broken arm.
Yeah.
So on this In-N-Out slab, how far away are you from?
If you look at the first video where I flew Bobo out to here, I do the slab at the end. So basically he's lost control and just gone all the way down the bottom. It's big. You can see the slab from the highway.
Okay, so I'm just saying, he broke his fork off. Did he?
It's bad times.
Way far out. Is it close?
It's doable, not great, but doable. That's how I would say. But I just want to pull some. It's had 91 reactions, namely laughing and thumbs up and shocked face.
Is there a video?
It doesn't sound like there's a video. Hey, Dean, let us know if there is, because hey, let's work together. Let's make some money. And but you forgot to say at the end, some people have pulled out their favorite lines. One of them from Mauricio says, "Anyway, great podcast. Keep it up." After dropping the whole thing, he just goes right at the end. "Anyway, great podcast. Keep it up." And so on. And then Sebastian picks out, "I hit my balls on the stem, which hurt." It's just like the description is amazing.
Yeah.
Dean, thank you so much for that contribution. It made my day.
It is pretty awesome.
Okay, Dash, read the last one from Amoral 21. AR Morale 21. Arm 21.
Yep.
Lots
of text, I know. It's a huge block of text, but you got to do it.
Finally, the Joey MTB mountain biker podcast is back.
SEO.
I sound like I'm just stuttering. Here's my Joey moment. I got out for work early. The weather is pretty nasty, but there's a decent window, and I decide to go mountain biking at the last minute. Some friends who I've met online are at a trail that is 97 miles away, but definitely worth a drive. I throw everything into the car, put my sea sucker on the roof.
It's a bike rack.
Mount the bike and head out. About 20 miles left before I arrive, it suddenly hits me. My front wheel is sitting at home, propped up against the carport. I pull over to verify, and sure enough, yes, I've left it. texted my new friends that I wasn't going to be able to ride, turned around on the toll road and drove all the way back home.
Period.
Oh, period. Got home.
I wonder. Yeah, I think he means full stops in this.
Full stop, got home and decided, well, maybe it wasn't meant to be. Period. Maybe he's talking to his phone.
I think he's doing a
10
verbal
minutes-
thing, isn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
About 10 minutes after I arrive home, the skies in my area cleared up and it turned out to be a beautiful evening, period. My friends.
I mean, that does actually work. A beautiful evening period.
My friends posted a million pictures of them being all muddy and dirty and having some amazing adventures, and I've never left my front tire at home again.
We've all been there.
Yeah. Well, if you have a bike rack okay, I have left a helmet at home before. So
I've left a front axle at home, which was like the most painful thing. Because it's so small. That's
that's a pretty
frustrating.
good one. I think we all know who wins though.
Oh, Dean, without question.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna vote for a crotch shot every time.
I need video. His friend had to have been at the bottom who just crashed with his cell phone. Dean, I'm sure that footage exists.
No, his friend at the bottom, he didn't crash. That was
he
the
went into
first-
the bushes.
That was
That's
Adam.
Yeah.
You're getting mixed up. You're missing Mr. Van Winkles.
No, his friend tried it. He took the wrong line near the end and went to the bushes.
No, that's literally the top.
No, he's reading
That's
from
Dean. Yeah, Dean's
you are
friend.
quite right.
Yeah, Dean's friend
laugh.
went first, went into the bushes. Everyone laughed. Oh, you can take a wrong line and
That's
be
funny.
okay.
I think the first one there's some laughing too, huh?
Probably everyone laughs.
Yeah.
But his
Wow.
friend went in the bushes, probably had his cell phone out, filming Dean.
Or I thought you were going to talk about
maybe-
taking something else into
I don't
the
know.
bushes.
Maybe Dean doesn't want. Maybe Dean doesn't want that footage out there because breaking an arm, breaking a fork, breaking your balls. I don't know. If it was me, I'd want that footage.
Oh, geez, Louise.
And I love my friends when I ride with them because they're not the type. You watch those fail videos when someone crashes and the person drops the camera to go to try to help them. No, you never
Your
drop the
friends keep
camera. You
filming.
always keep filming. Always.
Kyle's my favorite because you can
Yeah,
tell he's so worried,
he
but he
wants-
holds still. He's like,
Yeah.
dude, are you okay?
Oh my
You're right.
When that happened, I did that when Bobo had his big crash. Actually, I was like, it took so much strength to hold the camera there. I'm like, I gotta keep filming, but I don't want to anymore. But I know he'd kill me.
Yeah.
To the point where he's like, keep rolling. It's like, fuck you. Wow. Hey, is there anything else that we should be discussing here, Dash? Have we left anything off the table? Anything you'd like to reveal? Maybe throw Sheyn under a bus? Good clickbait? I don't know.
Am I wearing pants?
I mean, he's wearing pants.
Oh, I am.
so a genuine surprise as well. I was like,
See him
wait a
wearing
minute.
pants. There's plenty of pictures on my Instagram.
Oh, yeah. This
Oh boy. Yes. Where's do you want people to follow you on Instagram? Should we? Is that like?
Yeah,
I'll
whatever.
link it. She just trolls me. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite accounts to follow. If you're go and follow, thinking that you're just going to see funny pictures of Sheyn, but actually you'll grow to be a better person, learning about many things that you probably weren't aware of.
Yeah.
With regards to feminism, women's rights, anything like that.
Yeah.
No, but you do.
No.
Don't wince away from it.
No. Yeah, I definitely share a lot of female writer stuff, and there's some good content out there. So if I see it, I will let you know. Like the Hang Time podcast is excellent, and it's all female writers who are doing big stuff.
And it's all linked below, isn't it, Sheyn?
Oh shoot, sorry.
Anytime
Just
podcast.
keep
That's
giving me
worth
links.
linking.
All right.
Do you have any tips, Dash? Any tips? Any final tips for people?
I have tips for I don't know.
A glass of wine a night keeps.
No,
I don't know what it keeps away.
don't. Whatever. I don't have tips.